Shaka, you brought up an interesting name here, President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda. You had an interesting guest on your show who kept on referring to Museveni as a major key player in the region in terms of fighting terrorism, but he came short, or he went ahead and said that Museveni was actually terrorizing people in that region. Do you share the same view?
First of all, there are people who obviously look at him as a major figure that is fighting terrorism in the region. For example, if you go to Somalia, we are talking about Al-Shabaab. Uganda happens to be the largest contingent in the AMISOM, the African Union, peacekeeping force. We're talking about more than 6,000 soldiers here coming from Uganda. The result says that so far, Somalia probably is no longer a failed state because it now has a president, even though that president has not really secured all borders and what have you. But you can characterize it perhaps as a fragile state as opposed to a failed state. But there are others also who look at the manner in which he has interfered or involved himself in the affairs of neighboring countries like Rwanda, like the Democratic Republic of Congo, and they have been able to make their point of almost saying that this is equivalent to what you would call state terrorism.
How about people who say that Uganda's army, or the army under the leadership of Yoweri Museveni, is a very disciplined army? For example, they brought a semblance of stability in South Sudan when war broke up.
I think that it's a mixed bag, really. I don't know how, for example, you can call the Ugandan army a disciplined army when you are talking about how it is involved in smuggling. It is involved, for example, in killing a lot of people in the city of Kisangani. I don't know how, for example, the International Court of Jurists, sincerely, would have reached that verdict of saying that Uganda owes the Democratic Republic of Congo reparations amounting to $10 billion. That doesn't seem like a disciplined army. Does it seem to you?
How about those who say that at least as far as the South Sudan is concerned, Uganda has played a very, very instrumental role?
Well, the jury is still out because, frankly, Paul, as we talk, you still have, in fact, violence going on unabated in South Sudan. The Ugandans may have gone there, and at one time they may have probably helped to bring a sort of lull, but they did not, frankly, address the fundamental root causes of what is going on there. And so I don't know how you can call that discipline, because they were basically siding with one party called President Salva Kiir Mayardit.